Come on. Guys, let's see some faces. Come on, don't be shy.
It's gratitude day, guys. It's our first gratitude feast. Where are all the smiling faces for gratitude feast day?
We want to see you. Absolutely. It's gratitude week. It's crazy. I love it. Thanksgiving, then our own gratitude week just keeps on giving. I love it.
Love it.
Totally. All right, guys. So it is Tuesday and it snowed on my way in this morning. Anybody else see flurries? Kind of interesting. I know Tammy doesn't like that idea. No, not at all. Dan does though. Dan's very excited about snow.
I'm actually really pumped for this winter. I feel like we're going to get a ton of snow, and it can't make me. I couldn't be happier about it.
Yeah. As much as that pains me, I think I might agree with you, Dan, because it's cold early and it's already snowing. Crazy.
I know.
All right. Well, it is what it is. So it is Tammy Tuesday. Tammy, what do you got for us today?
Hello, everybody. Today, I want to talk to you guys about seller's concession. So this comes up a lot. And I want to kind of go over to you what, if you guys don't stop talking about snow, I literally might just hibernate. Okay, so seller's concession. Jen, I got to be quick about this. So if you have more questions, we could do a lunch and learn or something, or I made a YouTube video about it. So feel free to watch the YouTube video. Underwriting guidelines do not have a provision to roll the closing costs into the loan. There's no underwriting guideline at all that allows that. The way around it is using a seller's credit. What you do is you pick a number. Fannie Mae allows 3% of the purchase price. FHA allows 6% of the purchase price. So if you have a $300,000 house and your buyer does not want to pay closing costs, simple math, 3 times 3 is 9. So we make the purchase price $309. Remember, it has to appraise, which it will at this point. So it has to be $309 with a seller credit of $9,000. That's it. It's that simple. You inflate the purchase price by the dollar amount to cover closing costs. Now, and then at the end of the day, after closing, the borrower comes to closing with whatever dollar amount is left. So it's that dollar amount, that $9,000 is deducted from their bottom line. I've seen some sales contracts come in where $3,000 is going to go towards this or no. It's very simple. It's a dollar amount towards closing costs. That's it. Now, when there's a true seller's concession, and then let me just add this one thing. Regardless, the seller is going to walk away with their $300,000. That's the bottom line. Now, when you're doing that, the seller has to agree to it. So it's not something that can be sprung up but there have been times I've gotten to application signing and they're like, oh, by the way, I want to roll my closing costs into the loan. Yeah, it's too late for that at that point. You have to go back to the seller and they have to agree to it. I have had sellers say no. It was kind of crazy. They were going to pay extra tax on this few $1,000s. They didn't want to do it. So the seller has to agree to this plan that we're doing. It's very common around here, but I just want to let you guys know how to write it up because there seems to be a lot of confusion. It's inflate the purchase price, that money is deducted, seller credit, that's it. Now, when there's a true seller credit, the boiler is about to blow. The inspection found a whole load of problems and they're going to give them a $10,000 credit for the insert. You can't write down what the seller credit is for. The seller credit comes off the bottom line of the closing costs and that's it. If it's $5,000 credit, then it's $5,000 that comes off the bottom line. If it's a $10,000 credit because the septic, $30,000 because they need to attach to sewers, it has to fit within that 3 and 6% number. Or if it ends up being more than 3 or 6%, then you got to lower the purchase price to accommodate some of that. So that's the down and dirty about sellers concessions. I thought I would just kind of debrief you guys about that today. And I can't wait to see you guys in Ridgefield, and happy Tammy Tuesday.
Awesome. Always great, Tammy. Thank you. A lot of clarity around that. That was great. Let me just change my screen. So a couple announcements, guys, important announcements. So Business Builders at 9:30 with Debbie Orr continues. I know you guys that are participating know that. It continues, and you're going to be dealing with handling objection handling this week, and Debbie's excited about that. So again, that's back at 9:30 in Debbie's Zoom room. Gratitude Feast is today in Ridgefield, as we've all been saying, one of the best days, if not the best day of the year in the market centers. So those of you who want to be in Ridgefield today, be in Ridgefield today at noon. And then on Thursday in Stamford. You can be at both places if you want. We want to see everybody. The more the merrier. Tons of food to eat. So in Ridgefield today, Dan, a little clarity here. It's going to be at St. Stephen's across the street, right? So people should look for KW signs guiding them to get there.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's literally right across the street from the office. It's super easy to get to. However, they do have construction going on, so there is no parking at the actual church. Your best bet is going to be parking either at the CVS parking lot and then walking down the street, or parking in the lot on Bailey Avenue behind the buildings there, or over by the Wells Fargo Bank, and then walking across the street. All right. Yep. Those will be your best bet. Yeah.
And those of you who don't know, on Governor Street, heading towards the Boys and Girls Club, there's on the left, there's a public parking lot that they just extended. So it's like twice the size. So there's plenty of parking down there, because parking around holiday time in Ridgefield can be tight. So looking forward to seeing everybody there today. And then that's it for announcements, I think. Holiday Stroll. Oh, the Holiday Stroll. Dan, that's Friday. This Friday is going to be amazing, right?
I know. So Holiday Stroll, Ridgefield Holiday Stroll is back. We're doing it a little bit differently to make sure everybody is still safe and we are COVID friendly. So we're not going to be having, 678 people in the market center at one time, like we used to do. Yes. It will be, invite all of your people, tell them to stop by the office. We're going to have some mulled wine and hot cider and some snacks and finger foods for everybody, but we'll be serving them off the back deck. And we'll have a tent set up for everybody, so with some heaters and things like that, so people can warm up, hang out for a little bit. You get to see your clients, get to show some appreciation and gratitude, continuing the theme of the week for all of those clients, family and friends, things like that. So look for the emails from Marlon. He sent out invitations that you can use. You can print them, cut them up and mail them. You can use them for social media. Email them, however you want to get it out to your people. But it's a great event. Tons of people come out for it. All the shops are open late, giving out stuff, and it's a great opportunity to just kind of walk Main Street in Ridgefield. It's all decorated and beautiful, like the beautiful town that it is. So yep. All right,
like a Norman Rockwell painting. Honestly,
exactly.
It's a great night. Those of you who haven't been, there are horse-drawn sleighs, there's carolers, there's ice sculpting. It's really a great, real holiday stroll, real traditional. If you haven't reached out to your clients to tell them about it, do it. Not too late. Anyone can just show up and walk the street. It's a great time, and pop into everybody's party. It's a fun time. All right, so we're going to move on, and we want to talk about the A.L.C. for 2022, don't we, Dan?
Absolutely. So Tuesdays are also, in addition to Tammy Tuesdays, when we talk about all of the things that we do at Keller Williams to help you in your businesses. And the A.L.C., our agent or associate leadership council, is just another one of those features. So Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about how the A.L.C. got started?
Sure.
And how it exists today.
Yeah, we spotlighted this. I don't even know when we did it, a couple months ago now, I guess, guys. We showed you a video and everything. So the A.L.C. it's a really great opportunity. So the A.L.C. is an opportunity for those in the top 20% that are eligible to be on the A.L.C. to volunteer and to interview and to want to be part of this board of directors, if you will, for a market center. And every Keller Williams market center has one, and they help the leadership run the office. They commit to a monthly meeting. They commit to being and spearheading committees. and really helping the team leaders and the OP run the market centers. And it's a great opportunity for them, because the benefit to them is to get more leadership time, and for us to provide more leadership opportunities for them, more coaching, if you will, an opportunity to really grow your profit share downline. I mean, everybody has that opportunity, but while you're on the A.L.C, that's something that you really should take advantage of, because it's again, it's an opportunity. According to Mo Anderson, it's the gift, right? The profit share is the gift. And if you can get your first line to 15, I mean, that's an opportunity for you over time to be earning over $100,000 a year just in profit share alone. So it's an opportunity for these people to grow their businesses, to grow leadership skills, as well as help us run the market centers. It's a win-win, really, Dan. And it's been around since Gary launched the franchise that we are today. Yeah. And we're thrilled to have a great group of people. And we just want to take the opportunity today to thank our previous A.L.C, because we've had an A.L.C for the last 2 years who have stuck in through the pandemic. It was really rough, wasn't it, Dan? I mean, and we were not very consistent with our meetings because things were so crazy, but we still stayed on task, and these guys stayed connected and wanted to be involved with running the market center. So we want to take this opportunity to thank those people, right, Dan?
Yeah, so the past 2 years, the A.L.C has really gotten an interesting experience over the past 2 years, but have been just so instrumental and incredible in helping us keep things moving, keeping in touch with people, connecting everybody, and keeping people focused also on their businesses, where we went into strict lockdown mode, and then biggest boom, real estate boom, I would say any of us have ever experienced, and then dealing with all of that and everything else. So I want to thank our A.L.C from the past 2 years now, Dee Brayton, Deb Lammerhurt, Matt Rose, Marvin Benenson, Dawn Grabover, MP, I see you, Jerry, Mary Pat Sexton, and then 2 returning members, but who have also served the past 2 years, Tama Murphy and Krista Biasi.
Cool. Yeah. So in Stanford, I want to thank a really long list. We had a rather large A.L.C for the last 2 years down here. And I want to thank each and every one of you for sticking with it and really, I mean, giving it your all through these tough times, like Dan said. We have Jody Boxer, Christine Olenek, Alice Farina, Len Schwartz, Dan Leiden, Christopher Grass, Max Ernie, Adam Wagner, Kimberly Tapscott, Mike Tromba, George Gardone, Diane Del Vecchio, Linda Dunsmore, and Marissa Gilberti. All of you, love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us. And you know, we're grateful and thankful for you. So Dan, what do we have going forward?
So as you all know, we've been looking at ways to grow the Keller Williams brand in all of Connecticut, right? Not just market center by market center. It's what's helped us kind of launch the KW 203 brand. It's part of the reason we've been doing that. And in the same guise, or with the same goal, what we felt would be a natural and also great next step was actually creating a combined A.L.C, if you will. So an A.L.C for all of KW 203. So Steve and I have been working together, and we're really excited to work with this group now together to create our first unified A.L.C, Associate Leadership Council. So it's not just a Ridgefield or just a Stanford thing anymore, because that's not really kind of where we're going, right? So I'm going to introduce our first new A.L.C member, not a new A.L.C member. He's actually a returning A.L.C member, but our growth committee chair, my favorite committee, because it's the one closest to my heart. And I'm actually super excited to work with him on this. Mr. Dan Leiden. Oh, wow. Okay.
Hello.
Mr. Dan Leiden, heading up our growth committee this year for KW 203. Dan, what are you excited about working with people on growth, or working with us on growth?
Yeah, I mean, I was actually just looking at my profit share report, and that stuff gets me real excited. I get more excited about getting $1,000 paycheck from profit share than I do about big closings or rental properties, just because it's such a little amount of time and energy exerted into getting your downline to grow. And I love seeing the people in my downline growing. So looking forward to helping out others and keeping me on task to growing my profit share tree as well.
Dan, you came to me yesterday in the market center, right? You searched me out because you wanted to tell me about two people that they're getting their license, right? They're brand new to the industry, and he was so excited to get me on that right now, and he's going to keep me posted.
One of the biggest sources I've had is past clients. I don't know if I should be offended that they think I'm just terrible at my job so they could do it, but you never know.
Make it look too easy, Dan. That's the problem. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Dan. Thanks, who else do we have, Steve?
Yeah. So our productivity committee, these guys are really they're already talking, because we've had an A.L.C clinic already, and these guys are already putting their brains together, really thinking about ways of bringing extra training and exceptional guest speakers to our productivity, our training calendar. We have Mr. Len Schwartz, we have Donna Gilbert, and we have Andy Sachs, all on the productivity committee. I'm very excited to have you guys. Any thoughts or comments about where productivity will be next year? Mr. Schwartz with those amazing glasses.
Who wants to talk? So I'm actually, I don't think I've ever been on the productivity committee, but I am looking forward to it. And I'll tell you why. Because now that we are so accustomed to Zoom conferences, we can have anyone in the world as guest speakers. And, the world is our oyster, so to speak, in terms of who we can have come talk to us. And I fully intend to look at some great speakers within the company, of course, because we have some of the best realtors in the world right here within our company, and also outside the company. So I am looking forward to that, and some special surprises.
Awesome. Anybody else? Donna, you want to comment?
Yeah, I'll add. I'm very excited to be part of the A.L.C. It will be my first time. And also to be part of this committee. It is very near and dear to my heart. I'm kind of the poster child for this, so I know the change that it can make in your life. I'm excited about bringing some of the content that we have right here. I always have these books close at hand because they are the models. So to be able to really dig in and share some of those systems with our market centers, it's very exciting.
Great. Awesome. Thanks.
I do want to also add, though, that we really want to do in-person stuff this year too, so as much as we possibly can, because I think that really helps a lot.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Andy, you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm excited to be on this committee and part of this group as a whole. My first time here, coming up almost 2 years at KW. Wow, that's really fast. Mostly because I'm a productivity systems delinquent, so I am the absolute guinea pig for implementing systems and kind of just finally seeing the light of how that can help scale your business and support the company as a whole and my team and really, make this business even more enjoyable, quite frankly. So I'm really excited to be a part of this and help guide this group, to new heights. And I appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. All right, Dan, what's our next committee?
All right. Our next committee, which is actually one that really excites me for this year, because Tama Murphy is going to be heading it up, is our Profitability Committee. This is one that I feel like it does not get enough attention, and yet profitability is the purpose of business, because profitability is what fuels and funds everything else, right? So I am very, very excited to announce Tama Murphy as our Profitability Committee Chair. Tama, you want to say a little bit about what we've been talking about for profitability?
Well, profitability is, people call me the queen of spreadsheets, first of all, because I like to analyze things and put things in Excel and all that other stuff. So I think one of the keys to profitability is analyzing where you've been, where you are now, and where you want to go. So looking forward to, working with the other committees, because obviously we will all work in tandem to help us build the best business we can and become more profitable.
Love it.
Awesome. Tama, I'm real excited for you to do this. Really excited for you to do this. This is great.
Why you need a spreadsheet?
Yeah, I would love it. I'd love it. You will help me with that greatly. All right. So our next committee is the social/culture committee, bringing us all of our events, our opportunities for us to be together as one big KW family. And we're thrilled to have April Fury and Kim Tromba heading this committee. So guys, hold on to your seats because I have a feeling they've got some things already in their heads for next year. Are you guys here with us today? There's April.
Hey. Hi. Good morning.
Hey, I hear Kim, but I don't see Kim. There she is.
In the car. Hi.
So you guys want to share a little bit about what you're thinking?
Absolutely. In person, like Glenn said. We got to be all together, do all the fun things that Keller's known for. It's a big reason what attracted Mike and I to the company is just all the fun we have together and how much we're missing that. So, right, April?
Yeah, so Kim and I met last week. We're going to try to plan 1 or 2 events at the market centers a month, just so that everyone has an opportunity and kind of like different things. And then Kim and I actually talked about doing a big fundraiser next year as well. So just, stay tuned for details for that. I think that's going to be really exciting for both of our market centers as well as KW agents within Connecticut and kind of the tri-state area. So
Love it. Love it. Feel like we're getting back to normal. Love it.
Kim
Social committee.
Trumba has her One Thing 2023 family reunion goal. Do you wanna share that with the office so that you can make it real?
Let's just say we have a date with Mo on the stage.
Ah, I love that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's gonna require a lot of fun in the meantime to collect a lot of money towards KW Cares, but we've got big goals, April and I.
Yep.
Love it.
Love it. Sounds great, guys. Looking forward to it.
All right, we got to wrap this up quickly because we're going real long here, Steve. But
ahead,
we
Dan.
have 2 committees left.
Go
One
ahead.
of which could not join us today because she is she's on a plane right now. And that is Marissa Gilberti, who is heading up our equity committee. You're all familiar with her. She's been one of our equity task
Wonder if
force
it might not let you log in though.
for the market center. For the market centers, and she's going to be continuing in that role. If you haven't seen some of the trainings and things that KW has been putting out and that she's been organizing, keep an eye out for those. And then our final committee is Mr. Chris DiBiase, who's going to be heading up our tech committee. And I love this year's goal and the conversations I've had with Chris about this, because it's not just about command, right? Technology in our business is not just about command. Command is one tool, but technology is more. There's a lot of options out there. And Chris is somebody that is always exploring stuff and always looking at new ways of doing things better. So Chris, tell us a little bit about what you're looking to do or what you envision for the tech committee this year.
Well, let me just first say that I am super freaking pumped for this A.L.C. I think the merging of the 2 market centers is fantastic, and I'm very excited to start this off. And as far as tech, I mean, I geek out over this stuff. I literally spend too much time exploring, but I also spend a lot of time implementing stuff. So I'm excited to talk about command, how I integrate that, and so many other things to really find leverage. It's a huge source of leverage if you utilize it.
Love it.
Looking forward to it, Chris. All right, guys, we've gone way long, like Dan said, but we're honored that you guys are our A.L.C. for the upcoming year. We cannot wait for the great things that are going to happen. And thank you so much for your time.
Going to the moon, baby.
Looking forward to working with you. All right, guys, have a good one. See you at the feasts.
See everybody.
I love you, Tamma Murphy. What are you cooking today? Unmute yourself so I can hear you. Is it just us in here?
Making mashed potatoes.
Ooh, I'm bringing my scooter.
You bringing your scooter? All right. Yeah, no, I was going to bring an appetizer. There you go, girl. I was going to bring appetizer, but yesterday they kind of said they needed more things like potatoes, so I'm making mashed potatoes.